Hello everyone, and welcome to Hyperanalyzing LCS, the series where I discuss the biggest macroplays and smallest microplays from the LCS and give attention to the tiniest details that can decide the outcome of the game. This week we will look at some plays from Week 2 of the 2021 LCS Summer Split. 41 minutes into a close game that looked like it could go either way, Golden Guardians approached CLG at the Baron pit, but it set up CLG to land a great combo and sweep GG in the teamfight.
Started up by CLG, once again, spotted by the Scryer's trinket of the Golden Guardians.
They have two more of those, so they have ample vision and time to walk in slowly. Olive is seen off this ward, but he's able to get a lot. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, this might just be the 50-50 here for the Baron to decide the game. The Baron's going to be taken low, and is Broxa able to secure it here and now? Smoothly coming around from behind. They're grabbing the shutdown on the enemy mid. They're grabbing the shutdown on the enemy carry. The Golden Guardians are completely eviscerated, and CLG takes a clean ace.
That was huge from CLG, and a kick.
Golden Guardians approached CLG in the Baron pit in what looks like an attempt to steal Baron, but Iconic just based and is still walking back, which not only means there's no smite for the Golden Guardians, but the fight is effectively a 4v5. Varus' Q, Piercing Arrow, and E, Hail of Arrows, as well as Zoe's Q, Paddlestar, are dedicated towards the Baron steal attempt, but all this does is put JIIZUKE'S carries out of position. Smoothie engages, landing Solar Flare onto the Guardian's two biggest damage dealers, which forces out the Devour from Chime's Tahm Kench. With GG bunched up outside of Baron pit, Wild Turtle hits 3 with his True Shot Barrage, and Finn's Gwen ult hits 2, eliminating a Blaze Olive. Pobelter's Scatter the Weak stuns all 4 remaining members of Golden Guardians, including Stixxay, who is just being spit out of Tahm Kench's belly, and Gwen's Q cuts through the health bars of Chime and Stixxay. A nice kick flash combo from Broxa secures the ace for CLG, and they push to win the game off of that fight. GG lost this fight and the game, committing to a Baron steal attempt without their jungler there. This caused them to line up outside of Baron pit, so they all get hit by multiple big AoE abilities from CLG, and most of the team is dead before Iconic has done anything in this fight. In the Immortals Dignitas game, Immortals look to contest a Baron attempt from Dignitas, but Dig pulls off the Baron and chases Immortals down mid lane, starting a big fight capped off by a huge play from FAKEGOD on Gnar.
Dark Smite's cooling off. Here's Destiny doing Xerxes with the reinforcements, and now Dig want to turn. They knew that was the plan, likely all along. But Dignitas will be pushed off Baron, and Dig will pick up no more extra kills and less revenge. Can he zip his way out of here? He is Lee Sin. Dardoch still chasing. No, there's a smite down from Dardoch. Oh, he's in there. Play from Destiny to try and protect him. Ulti out, exhaust down. Xerxes now going to go on the backside, but Neo's going to dive in with the rest of the squad. But Samira so low, dives to Insanity. Dardoch though still alive now. FAKEGOD diving in, and Dignitas throw their AD carry to the wolves and get almost an ace. In fact, it is an ace. Dardoch is healing.
At the beginning of this fight, it is important to note that IMT is missing their two biggest disengage tools, Thresh's Box and Lee Sin's Dragon's Rage. Dardoch chases Revenge down mid lane, the Lulu ult is committed, and Dardoch commits his own ult as well. With Xin Shao ult active, Dardoch is immune to damage coming from champions outside of this purple circle around Dardoch. As this fight goes on, we see that IMT struggles to get inside of that circle. However, in the jungle, Neo is caught in an awkward position as he is spotted by a ward and then flanked by Insanity. Neo tries to dive in, but cannot escape Insanity's damage, and Insanity and Xerxes commit to killing the AD carry. Dardoch, still at half health in the middle of this fight, then dives Revenge under the tier 2 tower. At this point in the fight, every man on Immortals is just trying to figure out how they can escape with their lives. This is made quite complicated, with Aphromoo approaching from the left, Hisui above them in mid lane, and FAKEGOD to the right of them with a full rage bar. Insanity chooses to flash towards his team to get behind Xerxes and Destiny, and on the other side, Revenge has to use Safeguard back to his team to get away from Dardoch. As we move the clip forward by less than half a second, we see all of IMT has grouped up on top of each other, with just Destiny there to stop FAKEGOD. However, Destiny did not have the box available, and his hook and flay had already been committed to Dardoch in this fight, so he could do nothing to stop what comes next. FAKEGOD uses Stridebreaker to get into position to throw 4 of IMT's members into the wall with his ult, and it would have been all 5 members had Xerxes not died to that Stridebreaker usage. FAKEGOD hits all 4 of Mega Gnar's spells on every surviving member of the enemy team and claims a triple kill in this fight. Positioning in this fight was rather awkward for both teams, but as the fight went on, all of Immortals members were forced together, allowing FAKEGOD to make this huge play without even using his hop or flash to get into position. In the CLG vs TSM game, CLG started a fight over Dragon, but TSM turned it around, resulting in an ace just 13.5 minutes into the game.
Dragon TP burn instantly though. Finn wants in. Gnar up in a second though, which means Huni can TP as well. Cass gonna find a couple of targets. It's gonna be tough for AKALI. Gets away, stays alive. Wukong is in, finds the knockups, and it's gonna be time to go for Lost, but Lost is alive. Gets away, Rocket will not kill, and Finn gonna be attacked. Gnar over the top, Senna over there as well. Spica finds one, and PoE gets the second. TSM take the 13-minute team fight, and Tom Kench is not done. He is hungry, true to the lore, and Sword Art is on the chase. Fruity is low, he is flashless, he is running for dear life, finds the hook. They may have taken him down, but no, PoE's in for another. It's 4 kills to TSM. A stopwatch will not make you live. Broxa wasted, and a Bud Light ace for TSM.
While TSM play this fight well, CLG certainly play it rather poorly. The start of this fight looks very good for CLG. They are in a 5v4 with Pobelter's AKALI on one flank and Finn's Wukong on another. Broxa finds an engage onto 3 despite missing body slam. However, Wild Turtle and Smoothie are too far away to follow up, and Pobelter takes decent damage from Spica. But they still have Finn, who started channeling his teleport 8 seconds before Huni starts his. And despite being the team that started Dragon, TSM has no wards in the river or the surrounding jungle, so Huni's teleport is not only late, but it's coming from the mid lane wave, which is not very close to the fight. Finn engages onto Sword Art and Lost, and Sword Art's Devour is not very effective as Lost gets knocked up by Wukong's Cyclone anyway. Lost flashes to relative safety, and Sword Art spends the necessary flash to dodge Smoothie's hook. At this point, there's 2 things that are likely to happen in this fight. First, Pobelter has flash and the second part of AKALI ultimate, which in combination with Super Mega Death Rocket would kill Lost, and if they're lucky, might get Spica too. However, TSM has managed to back themselves into Huni, whose Gnar is acting as a bodyguard for TSM's low health members. That move would be certain death for Pobelter, as he would be diving into a Gnar ultimate with no shroud and plenty of follow-up from Power of Evil's LeBlanc, but it would guarantee at least 1 kill. Option 2 is to not do that and everybody stays alive. It's not clear which option would be better for CLG, but either of them would be better than what they actually do here. Pobelter doesn't commit to killing Lost, and the Jinx rocket is not enough on its own. Meanwhile, Finn is continuing to chase Sword Art. With Lost and Spica now in safety, this frees up bodyguard Huni to jump the wall and protect his support. Finn gets ulted into the wall, and Pobelter uses his ult directly into Gnar's wallop, so he is stunned and quickly killed. Lost has gotten into position to fire Senna ult down the narrow corridor, shielding all allies and dealing damage to most of CLG. Now CLG have to run, and while the Flame Chompers are good from Wild Turtle, Sword Art avoids theirs by ulting himself and Huni into the river. Once reunited with Broxa, who went around the back of Dragon Pit, CLG makes yet another poor and uncoordinated choice to fight this. Broxa initially paths as though he is running away, but Smoothie lands a hook onto Sword Art, and Wild Turtle is kiting up towards Power of Evil's LeBlanc, who CLG have full vision of. Power of Evil flashes over the wall and lands his distortion onto all 3 members of CLG, and Spica has a great flash that interrupts Broxa's body slam over the wall. Broxa responds by wasting his stopwatch, and TSM finish him off for the clean ace. Despite having few kills early in the game, Team Liquid looked to be dominating Evil Geniuses as they forced EG to fight them around a dragon that would have given TL the Cloud Soul at just 22 minutes, but JIIZUKE wouldn't let that happen.
Team Liquid is split. Core JJ stepping out of the way here, but now he re-engages. The equalizer comes down. Team Liquid has decided to answer the challenge. They're going in for the fight, but a shutdown's already coming through. Santorwin is killed off before he's able to buy himself any extra time. JIIZUKE into the back line, grabbing an assassination, making the plays, making it happen, but Team Liquid still got 3 alive on the board. 3v3 here. We've lost 2 bodies on both sides. Jungler and AD carry for the side of Team Liquid. Top laner and support for the side of EG. EG health bars are hurt. Jenkins with some good barrels, making sure they're staying relevant here in the fight, but Jenkins gonna get jumped on. JIIZUKE doing the work, baby! It's JIIZUKE popping off, but Jensen is looking to come back into the game. He will be executed in time, and Evil Geniuses get the Bud Light.
The fight starts well for Team Liquid, as the Equalizer and Cannon Barrage make the entire river dangerous for EG. However, EG is able to return a bunch of damage onto Santorin and make the initial trade a 1-for-1. The person to watch is JIIZUKE on AKALI. He lands everything on Tactical until Tactical flashes away. Jensen, having transformed into Alistar, knocks JIIZUKE back towards Tactical, and JIIZUKE is able to use the second part of his ult to not only kill Tactical, but dodge the Viego ult from Jensen. Deciding Svenskeren is the bigger threat at the moment, Jensen directs his stun onto him, and both teams walk away having traded 2-4-2, but TL's health bars are in much better condition, a fact that is made worse for EG when two of them get hit by Jenkins' barrel chain. JIIZUKE Shuriken flips away, but lands the mark onto Core JJ. Importantly, he waits to go back in until Core has lost the bonus resistances and damage burst he has from Leona's W Eclipse. JIIZUKE kills Core and drops his Twilight Shroud, which allows him to get another Q off before using Stopwatch. Svenskeren solo kills Jenkins with the help of Dragon, leaving Jensen in what is a very winnable 1v3. Jensen mistimes his Q as JIIZUKE exits stasis, and JIIZUKE flashes away. JIIZUKE regains his invisibility from Twilight Shroud, which cancels Jensen's auto attack that would have been the final blow onto JIIZUKE and given Jensen the resets he needed to win this fight. Instead, JIIZUKE survives and throws one last Shuriken as his team finishes the kill, winning the teamfight and starting a streak of what would become 4 consecutive Cloud Drakes for EG. Last week, Evil Geniuses lost a fight with Baron and Elder buffs as they pushed for FlyQuest Nexus 53 minutes into the game. This week against TL, they were on the opposite side of that very same situation. 51 minutes into this game, TL had Baron and Elder, and it was EG who had to defend their base.
Rotating multiple bodies down here, looking to make it a 2-inhib game. Evil Geniuses continuing to keep their eyes on the prize here with the Nexus turrets instead. Inhibitor number 2, under a lot of pressure. Down below half HP now with Tactical getting jumped on. This could be exactly what EG need. Equalizer's coming out, but Tactical's going down. That's the pick on the enemy AD. Carry and Team Liquid's having a fight now without him available. Core JJ's staying alive. They're still looking to find a little bit of extra damage here, but nobody on Evil Geniuses is dead just yet. Jenkins going to be taken low. Jenkins going to be taken down. Core JJ, the next one to fall with Jensen looking for the kills here in between the Nexus turrets. He's back very far behind enemy line. Oh! He gets yeeted straight into the fountain. Gnar just...
Let's take a look at both teams and identify who the key targets are. For Team Liquid, Kai'Sa is the #1 damage dealer. After that, there's Gangplank and Rumble, but neither can put out consistently high damage the way Kai'Sa does. Diego in teamfights is only a threat if he can become someone else and get multiple uses of his ultimate. For Evil Geniuses, Ezreal is the main source of consistent damage, but AKALI is the main threat since she has high burst damage and can quickly assassinate the squishy members of TL. Aatrox also has notable teamfight damage. As this teamfight starts, there are a couple of important timings. First, TL's Elder Dragon buff has just expired. Second, Svenskeren and Impact have just gotten their Guardian Angel revives back. And lastly, Jenkins' Cannon Barrage is still on cooldown from a previous skirmish. As TL rotates from mid lane to bot lane, Tactical is caught out away from his team, and he's the main damage dealer for TL. He gets hit by all of Impact's abilities and is getting chased down by Danny. By now, there's already nothing Tactical can do. No matter where he goes with his ult and flash, he is either in range of impacting Danny, or he is in range to get dove by the other 3, who all have significant mobility with their flashes up. Already with less than half health, Tactical opts to ult downward and flash away, but Impact and Danny follow with their own flashes, and JIIZUKE commits multiple dashes and his flash to the chase as well. There are 2 things to note at this point into the fight. First, TL has used a lot of ults for nothing. Cannon Barrage is on cooldown, while Solar Flare and Equalizer are used as peel for Tactical, but EG has run past both of them by the time they hit the ground. Second, in sending their 3 damage dealers after Tactical, EG left no good targets for the rest of TL to hit. It's just Xin Zhao and Alistar, both of whom are incredibly tanky with their ults. Jensen uses his ult to kill Svenskeren, but since he has Guardian Angel, Jensen does not get to turn into Xin Zhao, nor does he get the reset on his ult, so he's relegated to doing nothing on the left side of this fight, while the rest of TL is dying. Cannon Barrage comes off cooldown to be used in desperation, and Jensen dives way too deep to try to kill Gnar, and even that gets prevented with a stopwatch. I'm not sure what Jensen's plan was once he gets this deep, but I'm guessing this wasn't it.
He gets yeeted straight into the fountain!
With the clean ace completed, Gnar starts the victory dance as early as the rest of EG run down mid lane and take the win. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Hyperanalyzing LCS. Hit subscribe and come back next week to see my analysis of Week 3's games.